Hello students, welcome to my channel. Now in my last video, I discussed about the deletion algorithm of linked list. Now in this video, I will explain the one more category of linked list, and that is the doubly linked list or two-way linked list. Okay, so we have already seen that the single way or one way list, and that was our the one way list. The list contains the starting node is a start which holds the address of the starting node, and a node has two parts. One is the information part, another was the link part. These are the addresses. Suppose these are the information and this is the information of the first node. Now a two-way linked list, there is in a single linked list or a one-way list, every node has a link to its next node, so we can traverse from one node to another only in one direction, and we cannot traverse back, that is from right to left. So we can solve this kind of problem using two-way linked list. Now what does two-way linked list hold? The two-way linked list can be defined as this one, can be defined as like this. The in a two-way list, the node or a node contains three parts. The first part holds the information of the left node, and the middle part which holds the information of the element, and the third part which holds the address of the next node. Now I see. Now I am preparing one two-way list. Here you can see like this. Suppose this is the starting address of the node, and this is the node in a two-way list. So suppose these are the information. The middle part of the node contains the information, you see, and suppose this is the address 100. The first node contains the address 100. 200 is the address of the second node. 300 is the address of the third node. So this part, the start node, this one, like this, it will point like this, and the link part, that is actually the first, this part is known as actually back of the link, and this one is this indicates that forward, and these points, this hold the address of the next node, and this hold the address of the previous node. This holds the address of the next node, and this holds the address of the previous node, and this part is null. With this we can recognize the end of the list. So this is how the two-way list maintains. In a two-way list, a node contains three parts. The middle part contains the information of the element. The left part, which we know is the backward pointer, which holds the address of the previous node, and the forward part which holds the address of the next node. Now what are the advantages and disadvantages of a two-way list? The advantages is that advantages are like that, a two-way linked list can traverse both forward as well as backward direction. So both direction we can traverse. It. And number two, deletion operation in two-way list is more efficient compared to that one UA list. So deletion operation is efficient. Number 3. So we can insert a node. We can insert a node before a given node quickly. So we can, so like deletion algorithm, in case of deletion algorithm, so if we delete this node or if we delete this node, so this is more efficient compared to that singular linked list. In case of insertion, insertion is also efficient one compared to that one-way list. We can easily insert a node into the two-way list. Now what are the disadvantages? Disadvantage is simple, because in one-way list we have to maintain one pointer. Now here we have to maintain two pointers. So this is one disadvantage we can consider. And also every node in a two-way list requires extra space for previous and next previous node and next node. So in terms of space, it takes more space compared to that one UA list. So this is the disadvantages. So like one UA list, what are the operation? So like one UA list, we can do the operations like operations like traversing we can do in a two-way list. Also we can perform the searching operation in a two-way list. Also the insertion operation, deletion operation. So these are the operations that we can perform in a two-way list like one-way list. So our next topic that is the stack implementation using linked list. So in one video I discussed about the implementation of stack using array, isn't it? Now we can implement a stack using linked list also. So the linked representation of stack is implemented using single array list. The information field, there is the information field of the node. The information field of the node holds the element like this one, the element, and that the link part holds the address of the next node. The start pointer, like in one UA list, holds the address of the last node. Okay, now if we can recall that one stack, suppose this is a stack. When we represent it using array, these are the elements, and this indicates the topmost element, and this one is the bottom of the, this element denotes the bottom of the list. So 11, 22, 33, 44, this indicates the top most element, and the top variable indicates what? Top variable indicates the insertion and the deletion position in the stack. Now in linked list, suppose this is the node, this is the list, this is the list 11, 22, 33. Now this block indicates the top. So instead of start pointer in one UA list, we will maintain that start pointer using top. So top indicates that topmost position of the stack, and suppose this is the addresses 200, 300, and this 300 indicates that bottom of the list, like this, bottom of the list, and this indicates that top of the 100 is top of the list, then 200 and 300 is at the bottom of the list. So in case of inserting a new node into the stack, we have to insert at the beginning of the list. In case of deletion, we will delete first node from the list, because this node indicates the topmost node of the stack. So the like we know that there are two operations in a stack, push and pop. There is insertion and the deletion. So push operation into stack is accompanied by inserting a node into the front of the list or the beginning of the list, and pop operation is undertaken by deleting the node pointer by the top pointer. And like the two conditions, the overflow condition and the underflow condition, overflow will occur if the storage list is full, that is avail is null, and underflow will occur if top equal to null. So these are the two conditions we have to maintain in case of push and pop. So if avail is null, that means overflow, and if top is null, like start in one way list, if top is null, there is underflow will occur. Okay, now the algorithm for push and pop is same as, you see, algorithm for push operation using linked list. So this is same as insertion of a new node at the beginning of a linked list. So inserting a node at the beginning of the list. So like this, suppose this is the top, these are the elements, these are the addresses of the node. Now, as I have already told that besides a used list or besides a used stack in the memory, the system maintains one more list, and that is the avail list. Suppose these are the available nodes. This is the available blocks. So the algorithm for push operation using linked list, how does it work? It will first you have to check whether avail is null or not. Now here avail is not null because the value of avail is 400. The value of avail is 400. The next task what you have to do? You have to break the link. Okay. Now avail will point this node. The avail will change. Now it becomes 500. Then we have to put the information of the node. Suppose it is 55. Then the top will change. Initially top was 100. The top will change. Top will point this node. So this will change 400. And the link of this new node will point now 100. So in case of inserting or in case of push operation using linked list, always you have to put the new node at the beginning of the list. So this algorithm is same as that inserting a node at the beginning of the list. And in case of pop operation using linked list, so that one is also same, deleting a node from the last position. Now suppose this is the used list or the used stack. 3 nodes are there. Informations are relevant 22, 33. These are the addresses. This indicates the end of the list. This is the top. The value of top is 100. and this is the used available list. This is the available list. These are the addresses. Okay, now as I have told that pop operation always delete a first node from the stack. So in that case, first you have to break the link. Now first you have to point at the top in the second node, and here you have to break the link. Now the value of top will change. Now the new value of top is what? 200, because it will point this node. And now the avail will point the deleted node. So the value of avail will change. The new value of avail will be 100, and the deleted node will now point to the first avail block. So this is how we have to maintain the link. So this algorithm is same as the in linked list, deleting last node from the linked list. So with this I conclude this video.